That's who Justin is working for. He's a globalist, all right? Globalist thinker, and he's fully dedicated, and he's never going to stop as long as he's in power. It's up to us people, and we have to make it happen. Thank you for listening. I'm Brad from Cultural Action Party.
Thank you.
Okay, we are all here today in solidarity with other Canadians here and across Canada to stand united against the motion M-103, which was put forth by our Liberal government's MP, Ikra Khalid. Within this motion are a number of concerning issues. One, the word Islamophobia. By definition, it is as follows. Islamophobia is a dislike or a prejudice against Islam or Muslims, especially as a political force. So stated in this motion, it says it wishes to quell Islamophobia. The word quell, by definition, is to subdue or silence someone, usually by force. So with this motion, the Liberal government wishes to quell Islamophobia. In other words, it means that they wish to silence by force anyone who has a fear or dislike towards Islam as a political force. Now, the question for the Liberal government that I and many other Canadians have with this motion is directed towards why is this motion directed towards one specific religion? Especially when we already have hate speech laws and discrimination laws. To single out one religion and to study that specific area of crime against that group alone and not any others, while crimes against Jewish or First Nation people are far higher than crimes against Muslims, is a slap in the face to all Canadians. They send millions out in aid to foreign countries while our citizens scrape to get by, and then have the nerve to tax our benefits from our jobs, to reduce our military servicemen and women's pay, and leave an immense amount of debt for our future generations. By recklessly spending at unprecedented levels in our nation's history. This is beyond reckless. This liberalism is a cancer to our Canadian values and society. It has not only brought a great amount of debt, but also a great amount of divide between our people. By putting forth such motions as M-103, manipulating the government to hide manipulating the media to hide any crimes committed by refugees, and allowing organizations such as the Muslim Brotherhood to operate in our country when they have a track record for being a terrorist organization. This is a statement made by the Muslim Brotherhood in 2015. It is incumbent upon everyone to be aware that we are in the process of a new phase, where we summon what is latent in our strength. We recall the meanings of jihad and prepare ourselves for ourselves, our wives, our sons, our daughters, and whoever marched on our path to a long, uncompromising jihad. And during this stage, we ask for martyrdom. Martyrdom, by definition, the death or suffering of a martyr, a display of feigned or exaggerated suffering to obtain sympathy or admiration. This is the beginning of the Muslim Brotherhood's plan for civilization jihad. Civilization jihad is by its nature a design more subtle but truly more dangerous threat in the long run. It aims to transform a society from within so it can eventually be brought under Islamic law. Since the goal to overthrow the society and its existing government laws, civilization jihad can be a pre-violent preparation for violent jihad, or if successful, enough to achieve its desired end on its own. We must stop the beginnings of this Islamist tyranny. Stand up, say no. Say no to M-103 and its true intentions. Pressure our government by sending your local MLAs emails, letters, by protesting like we are today. This ridiculous attempts by our ignorant Liberal government and its covert Islam agendas. Do not remain silent. The future generations of Canada's freedoms are at stake if we don't act now. Canada is one of the last truly free countries in this world. We have a duty to protect it as Canadian citizens and not let our government ruin it for... and not let our current and past generations of servicemen and women who have suffered and or died for our freedoms not have done so just to allow these liberals and their ignorance to destroy our freedoms bit by bit. Wake up, Canada. The Trojan horse is in our gates. United, we will fight the suppression of injecting foreign laws into our peaceful country that we hold dear to our hearts. We will not be silent. Like I said, write your MLAs, protest this motion and any like it before it's too late and we end up like Sweden or France or Germany or the UK. Islam has a plan to take over our countries over a long period of time by changing laws within our government and outbreeding us for the eventual end of enforcing Sharia law in Canada. Stand now, have your voice heard, don't wait. Our children and grandchildren's lives depend on it.